folks, Hillary here. I'm going to teach you Nail That Catfish to a Tree, which is one of those tunes that some people may think is an old-time tune. In fact, it's a contemporary old-time tune written by Steve Rosen, who showed this to me late at night at Augusta one year a long time ago. And you should probably get on YouTube and listen to Steve play the tune. But I'll play it through once so you can see how it goes and how we're going to play it, and we'll talk about how to kind of break it down and learn it. So we're in G tuning. I'll just go ahead and okay, so there it is. So we're using 3 chords in this song, the same 3 chords that get used in a lot of old-time music, 1, 4, and 5. Now we're just going to call them 1, 4, and 5, but let's identify those for you. 1 is the name of the key, which in this case is G, and that's your 1 chord. That's just open G tuning, strumming your strings. Another one is the chord that starts on the 4th note of the scale, and in this case, that is a C chord. And the 5th, the 3rd chord we're going to use is called a 5 chord. In this case, we're going to use D7 because that's the easy D. That's now, you can do D's different ways, but we're going to use this one in this tuning, and this is actually not a straight D, it's a D7, but that's what we're going to use. I want to point out that there's a note in a D7 chord that we're not actually playing. You could play, there's this note, and it's really hard to play that and this at the same time. So there comes a place in this tune where we're going to be rocking back and forth to try to make, because it's the same chord that's being played underneath it all. So we're starting with just a bum ditty, okay, bum ditty bum bum. So when I do that, I actually just put both fingers down, but you don't have to. You can do that if you want. Don't let me confuse you by putting my whole D7 down, but and then we're going to go pull off, and that should be one smooth motion. You're going pull off, and then you're hitting the 3rd string fretted at that 2nd fret. So that's your 1st line and your 3rd line. Actually, okay, now we're going to make a D7 chord, bum diddy, and then we're going to do a pull off on the 4th string at the 4th fret. But when that's the pull off, so what I might say, bum and ditty. But when you get to the ditty part, you want to go ahead and get back here. Now I don't really do that. I tell people to do it, but then I ignore my own advice. I have a way of making a ditty without really playing much of anything. It's a very percussive, so that you're not actually playing the chord, which is a 1 chord, because you're supposed to be playing a 5 chord then. Diddy, pull off, ditty is is not the right chord. It's bum diddy pull off diddy, right? So if you can't get your fingers back up fast enough, just bum diddy pull off diddy. You can hit the 4th string again because that's in this D7 chord. Bum diddy pull off diddy, bum diddy pull off diddy is one way to approach it. Anyway, however you just choose to do that. What I don't want to hear is, because that's the wrong chord. So that's your second line. It's just you're doing that twice. Bum diddy pull off diddy, bum diddy pull off diddy. Okay, third line, just like the first. Okay, and the fourth line of the A part starts off like the last line of the A part starts off like the second line of the A part. Bum diddy pull off, but there it stops. Now there's 2 ways to go here. You could go bum diddy pull off, slide up diddy. So what I'm doing is sliding from the 2nd to the 4th on the 4th string, and then I'm hitting the 3rd string. Diddy, bum diddy. You'll find a lot of tunes will go to the 4 and then to the 1 chord at the end of a part. And often when they're going to that 1 chord, they're resolving by going to the note that is the name of the chord, in this case a G, which is your 3rd string. Bum diddy pull off, slide, bum diddy. Now I find I don't really do that so much. I usually do a hammer on, so I'm going bum diddy pull off. I'm hitting this. Hammer on. I can't do it in slow motion. Hammer on, and then the 3rd string. So whichever one of those is easier for you. This isn't really a hammer on. It's just this is. So there's your A part. Do it twice. Okay, here's your B part, which is fun because we have what I like to think of as a big 4 chord. So your 4 chord is your C chord, remember? So get your C on there. And we're going to go bum diddy, bum diddy, bum diddy. We're just going to go the 4th string, the 3rd string, the 2nd string to make this sound. Bum diddy, bum diddy, bum diddy, bum diddy. So just do 2 at the end. And then your second line is just like the second line of the A part. Bum diddy, pull off diddy, bum diddy, pull off diddy. And now your third line is the same as your first line. Okay, here's your last line. So what I'm doing there is I'm sort of arpeggiating these. Instead of going, or, I'm going. Can you hear the difference? I'm actually just, in slow-mo, kind of playing every string, but I'm doing them a little faster than that because I'm staying in the time of the tune. Now here you'll need a drop thumb, and if you're at all uncomfortable with drop thumb, you should go back and review one of my drop thumb videos, because basically what's going to happen is you're going to go bum, gotta just through this whole part until the end. We've just got our D7 chord up here, so forget that hand, just think about this one. Bum diddy. Now your drop thumb, just like when you do a bum diddy and your thumb is supposed to come down and hit the 5th string, when you do a drop thumb, your thumb should come down and already be there, ready to pull off. Bum. It comes down the same time that your hand is hitting. What's happening is my index finger is hitting my 1st string, and my thumb is coming down to rest on my 2nd string. So we're going to go, right? Pull this off with your thumb, and then another bounce of your hand comes down on the 3rd string open. And then take your hand off here and do 2 bum diddies. So all together it sounds like, put your D7 back on. And now I'm going to play the whole thing slowly. You could just slow down what I was playing in the beginning, but I think you'd be better off with this. I'll try to play it very slowly, and you can always slow it down still further using your settings little button on your computer to like 70, 3/4 speed. So here we go. We're starting, remember, on the second string. Bum diddy bum bum. Okay. B part, C chord. Just like the A part. And then did I do that twice? I was doing it so slow I can't remember, but you would do that twice. There. It's not a very tough tune. Played in this simplified fashion, and there's Nail That Catfish to a Tree for you. If you feel like it, and you've made it this far through the video, so maybe you appreciate this video and you want to show your appreciation in some tangible way, you are welcome to PayPal any amount of money you like to me at contradance@gmail.com. I'm saving up for a vacation in Costa Rica, which I found a really cheap flight. So, all right, talk to you later.